It was just like I pictured it. A church filled with family and friends waiting, watching, holding their breath. My mind in constant unrest about this day. Wondering how many invitations got sent out. Wondering who else got overlooked. I'm trying to picture what is going to happen. My palms are sweaty. But that's just my nerves fucking with me. Fuck my nerves. Where is my shirt? Wrinkled. And I have no time to iron it. The minor imperfections must be covered up with this jacket. Zip up. Buttons are played. I want to feel comfortable when it's time to loosen up my hamstrings, tighten up my shoestrings, all for the one that made my heartstrings play El Mariachi. That day she walked in the cafe. Her hips swayed in such a way her stiletto spoke to me in Morse code. Come, get me. So I gave chase, but had too much baggage to keep pace. I had to gather up all my inconsistencies, all my self-doubt, and let go before my heart explodes. It was a long shot, but I knew I could do this. If I could get rid of these shaky hands and these cold toes, this act will be remembered as the greatest act of love that's ever been. So I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. And they're all looking at us. Wide-eyed, jaws dropped. But the groom looks pissed. And I wish I had more hands, because I wasn't born with enough middle fingers, but I have drastically underestimated the number of pissed off people in the pews behind me. I try to get to her, reach for her, begging her not to go through with this, much like my consciousness did before I entered the church, surrounded by groomsmen, fighting the current, soon consumed when I black out. But not before I see her turn to kiss him. Alone I came into this world, and alone I leave. I just wish I was as strong as my convictions, but thinking now, I cannot fathom her loving me enough to leave the church with me, if she didn't love me enough not to enter into it in the first place. I die with no regret, and I live with no shame. Don't worry about the name, just make sure the tombstone reads, there are two types of cats in this world, men and mice. Knowing that I loved once, I can die twice.